Hey guys, it's Rob. I decided to make a quick video showing you guys some new alignments and some pretty good hard evidence. And I'm gonna name this video "This is too easy for me." Not because I'm being arrogant. I'm just trying to be honest. And I want to show you something. Earlier in the previous video, I showed, I said that Antarctica is obviously the result of rotation, and you can see it in the features right around it. There's no reason why this would be smoothed out the same distance as this peninsula, unless it swung through there. And it probably continues to go down in a spiral, if anything. But what I want to point out is that if you could, there's something new, I guess. I don't think I've shared yet, but if you look at Antarctica, and if you were to push it through the Earth to the other side, you would be looking at it reversed. Okay? And what I want to show you is some alarming alignments. And if there were real scientists still alive today, they would be alarmed at what I'm showing you. But obviously I don't think there are anymore, because they don't seem to notice this or even want to look at it. So anyways, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here's the other side of the planet, and you'll notice that of course this seems to be thicker than this area. Okay, and what I've done is I've taken Antarctica and I've reversed it so that like I said, if you pushed it through to the other side, you would see it backwards. And let me get this just right, because this always goes easier if when I'm not recording for some reason. But okay, what I want to show you is that not only does this align reversed, that's it. You see this area right here that's missing something? Well, you'll notice that here is something that fits in it rather well. Okay, and you can see that you got these lines that are the same distance, like this little point right here. It's not a coincidence that those lines happen to be the same distance apart as that round part right there. Okay, now let's take a farther away look, just in case. I know there's going to be people like, "What?" But now check it out. Look at what I'm showing you here. You can see that this is an absolute alignment. Okay, but not just once. But actually several over and over again, because it's moving, it's rotating. Okay, you see right there how this lines up. And oh yeah, what was it, the troll Grasponreality, he likes to discredit these alignments and claims that they're the thinking of a 3-year-old. Okay, this is the guy that thinks that the fossil record is actually going to discredit this somehow. And this guy couldn't discredit my alignments if his life depended on it. All he can hope for is to try to humiliate me and hope that somebody believes him. But there's more here. That's not just it. I'm going to go ahead and move this off to the side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this. Okay, and you can see that that it matches again and again, reversed. And what this is suggesting, well, I'm not sure, but it's probably suggesting several different options of what's going on here. One of them could be that the planet started out as a disk. Okay, so there could be a slight truth to some of this flat Earth stuff, but it would have to be before the Earth was round. I mean, it's obviously, in my opinion, that the Earth is a globe. Okay, at the moment, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't always, that it might not have been flat at one time. Because why would Antarctica fit reversed unless it was this way up, and then the planet grew from North Pole to South Pole? It just these alignments, they are solid, and there's just you can't get around this. If there was nothing here, these alignments would not happen. But you could see here again. You see how that's the same distance right there? And then here is that round island thing right there, and it's also this. It's showing you the movement that this rotated. You see how that keeps fitting, and then something happens. It looks like it jumps. It starts jumping. I can literally track this rotation, just like the weatherman can track, hurricanes and stuff like that, and the path that they traveled. It's not much different, actually. Moon's hits Earth. I mean, he's got a point. He sees similarities in storms and with our continent and land features, because he's right. There is a similarity. He's not making it up, or it's not imaginary. He's legitimately seeing a similarity because there's a connection. Look at the discoloration there, and look how it aligns, and then these other features line up here. Okay, you see the little right there? Tell me how the fossil record discredits that alignment. How does the mind of a 3-year-old, how does that discredit that alignment there? It doesn't. And neither does plate tectonics, because plate tectonics is a theory. What you're seeing here is fact. You are factually seeing an alignment. Just like they claim Darwin, came up with, evolution. It was all from observations. Okay. If it was good enough for Darwin, well, it's good enough for you. If you can see these alignments, right? You can see that alignment. Move it back and you can see it some more, because this is rotating. You see how that is? Not only is it rotating this way, I believe as this is rotating, I think one of these is tumbling too at the same time. I guess it's like this is the top. Okay, in 3 dimensions, this would be the top of a whirlpool or some type of vortex right here, Antarctica. And this would be the vertical part, or this is like the vertical part coming out. It's really complicated because we've been taught to see our reality in 2 dimensions, even though it's a 3-dimensional reality. But we learn by looking at pictures on, flat surfaces, and I think that makes it difficult for us to understand our reality. I think it's holding us back because, see, look at the alignment again. These alignments don't happen on Mars with this feature here. This only happens on this planet because the same feature, the same process that created this, is why they align. Okay, and plate tectonics has no mention of such a thing. Okay, because they believe gravity is what made this planet, but I'm showing you that it's electromagnetism that made this planet, and it made it fast. And it doesn't matter. I'll be honest. It doesn't matter what their dating processes claim, because it's flawed. No matter how it's not accurate. There's a flaw in every type of dating process that they have. Even the most recent is flawed, and it has to do with the distance that it happens from the sun changes the whole game. And they're relying on the fact that they believe that the Earth has been in this orbit all this time, but they don't know that. And as far as the fossil record, like I mentioned before, nobody sees any fossils happening now, right? I don't see fossils in the process of being created on this Earth. Nowhere has anybody showed that. And that suggests that the fossils happened at a special moment that's not existing at this moment right now. And it could be a cataclysm, and it could be electrically related, because time and compression really doesn't make sense with organisms that decay rapidly within weeks or days. You know, even if they're buried in soil, they still decay. It's just common sense, you know. But for some reason, we're not taught that in school anymore, I guess. But anyways, this is just the beginning. I have, you know, of course, I have hours and hours of alignments, and a lot of you've already seen a lot of them. But I have a lot of new stuff like this, and this will align over and over and over again. See this? Look. You see how that goes to that, and then you see how that goes to a point. Right there, and then you can see you can see this lip right here underneath, and you see this lining up here. This is turbulence. You can look at Japan, and you can tell that Japan is made by turbulence. It's spinning, and it's right here. This is what did it. I'm showing you. And like I said, if we had real science and real scientists on this planet, they'd be jumping on this right now. But we don't, because our science is controlled by corporations. And real scientists don't get jobs if they don't play the game right. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. And here's my evidence. Try to debunk it. Give it your best shot. Look at how it realigns. It aligns over and over again. That means it can't be debunked. And I'm not. I feel like I'm being arrogant when I say this, but I'm just being dead honest. This is undebunkable. There's no chance that anybody can debunk this. I mean, the alignments are too much. There's too many of them. It's too consistent. It's fulfilling a role, and it's rotation. You can see the rotation in the features. You can see them in the alignments, and you can see the result of the rotation right here in Japan. You can see that this knuckling right here, this is the result of rotation. All this turbulence and rotation, and there's no way to prove this is not happening. There's only one option they have, and that's just to ignore this and pretend it goes away. And hopefully they just think that the masses are that stupid that they would just fucking, ignore this. Look at that. See the alignment? Turbulence. Right there. That's turbulence. That's not gravity. And it's not plate tectonics. This is turbulence. There's no plates. There's layers. Here, and you're looking at one right there. That's a big layer right there. It's a fold too. But look, it's just going to line over and over again. So I have literally thousands and thousands of undebunkable alignments. And there is not a troll on this planet that's ever going to prove it otherwise. Especially one named Grasponreality. Thanks for watching.